Okay, here we are, 2 to 3 Granville Street in Lower Hutt. As you can see, we've had quite a bit of gear out today. We've had to use this root cutting machine as well. We've pulled out the Hydrojet along with those hoses over there, as you can see. Now here's an inspection that was put into the drain previous from another contractor, which made it a bit easier for us to get in. What you could do, you could actually put a cleaning eye out here with a rotting box and bring it all up to the surface so you don't have to dig it up every time. Now we've just gone down the drain. The drain actually looks really good all the way down, which I was quite surprised at. Now obviously there's a little root getting into the tree, which is just getting in on the elbow. So we've cut that out. This is half the roots that we pulled out. As you can see, they're quite long. They were all growing all the way up inside, right down to that elbow. So we've managed to pull those out and cut them out with a root cutter, retrieve them. There is a little bit of root there because it's probably the size of your finger where it's getting into the drain. There's a couple of options. You could either take the this pipe out here and renew it and PVC back up to where the toilet is. Now there was a question about stormwater here. Now I'm just going to take you for a little walk around the property, because if you look around here, there's some water down there, but if you look at the tide mark around there, it looks like it's been rotting out for quite some time. It's not new. The ground level has been built up here quite high, so any rainwater as well won't be getting out. As you can see, the rainwater would it's down about 50 mil on that side, and once it comes down over here, she sits up quite high, and then any rainwater, surface water in a major flood would go down underneath the building. Now underneath, we'll take you through and show you shortly, there's a Gulf pipe in there. Now that runs between the 3 properties. That feeds the water into these properties. Now that's been sitting in the ground for years, so she's pretty corroded on the outside and probably corroded on the inside, so there's a good chance that could be weeping and leaking. So our suggestion to that would be to replace all the way up there from that flat there right down underneath, so you get outside, find out where it's coming in, cut in a Toby. I don't know if there is a Toby around here somewhere. Otherwise, where the main comes in, I'd probably suggest cutting in a new Toby box there, and then that way that would isolate all the flats if there was ever an issue. But also you could turn the water off here without affecting anyone else in the complex while we ran in a new line. Now if you have a look around the outside here, you can see where there's holes around the edge of the building, and also around here you'll see there's a big hole in around there. So these are all areas, as you can see, I've got a puddle of water here. Actually, this is just leaking from my hose. Now as you can see, there's a fresh air vent there. That fresh air vent actually should be above ground, but that's actually in the ground, and just by having that hose running, because my hose has popped off, you can actually see the water that pulls up around the side here. See all the water pooling up around the front. This has worked out quite well because it's showing us that, as you can see, that's my foot in the water. So that water sits in around the edge of the footing there. So I'd say heavy torrential downpours, the whole end of this building would all go underwater. It would slip down under the foundation, and the lowest part would be underneath the building there, because obviously it's below the ground. So there's a couple of issues there. We may be able to replace fix the galv and replace it, but it doesn't necessarily mean that that's the only issue with water getting in under the building. Alright, thank you.